Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we are reviewing a new listing. It is a listing by Hanna, and Hanna is a new host in Sweden. So congratulations Hanna, welcome to the Airbnb community. I hope you're going to do great, and I will do my best to help you see what can be improved and to of course emphasize what already works great. So without further ado, if you're watching this, please like and subscribe to this channel so that more people can see this. And without further ado, let's get straight into it. We're looking at Hanna's dashboard right now, and we are seeing that it has some really interesting pictures. By the first impression and first visuals, we can see that it's a kind of a farm. And this picture here shows that it's actually in the middle of a farm. And even though that is a very important detail, maybe that is not quite the thing that will attract many guests. And at the same time, you won't be able to lie to your guests, unfortunately. So I think it is a good idea to put this somewhere in the back and to focus more on the strengths of the listing, which would be the yard, I think a little greenery here and there, and a garden, and a room, which is really, really good. And the beach, of course, can be really used and leveraged to emphasize the qualities of what is being offered in the area. So we can go down and see how this looks like. This is really good because this means that you have animals that can stay. We can go through all of the pictures since we're already doing that. This is really good. It looks really nice, and there's also a fireplace, which is really important to emphasize. So if the guests have their own fireplace and there clearly is central heating here, it would be good to know or to emphasize in the description that there is a fireplace that can be used, but that there is also central heating. So the more information you provide, the better. And if you're providing information on the beach, which is 3 kilometers from, so you're 3 kilometers from the beach, then you can also add information such as, not information, pictures that can captivate people. I will give you an example of that. So an example of that would be this, which is a high quality listing that I'm actually managing at the moment. So you can see the style of these images and pictures, and forgive me for doing that. I don't mean to compare in any way, just to make an observation of which kind of pictures will actually attract guests, something like this. So if you have a picture that can tell to the guests the story of what they will be doing rather than showing them the sea, maybe having some more embellished, more professional photos that can show the sand or some seashells or some activity at the beach, that will actually inspire people to book rather than just show them the beach. This is a good picture. This is very nice. This can be removed because this kind of doesn't show anything in particular. The hourglass is really nice, but try to make this more appealing, because imagine as if you were being shown this and you're supposed to stay here. So if this is somewhere where the guests are going to be, then it's very important that they can see inside, that they see it's clean and tidy and hygienic. And if this is meant to be a space for people to drink coffee or do fika, or if this is just meant for whatever. But make sure you have the description for this too, because there isn't one. Okay, this is fine. This is a nice picture. This is... Try to be more aesthetic. There's nothing wrong with the pictures per se, but try to see the style that actually gets views. So as you can see, there are different styles of photography, and I can also send you the link to this listing so that you can see what actually captivates people's eye and what works. Like for example, pictures with a zoom and blur effect, pictures that show bit of perspective, as you can see. So there's a perspective here and there's a perspective there, and it's a good style of photography. So if you can get a good photographer that can teach you these things, or if you know someone who can do that, that will be a good option. Or you can let me know and I can come to you and we can do some professional photography. That is no problem. But anyway, you did a good job. So we're going to move on. This is nice. This is a fine picture. This is nice. And if you can also provide more pictures that would zoom in on the teapots, for example, over here, or the view from this corner, or showing what is going to be given to the guests, because they need to have the experience they're actually being shared with, so they can feel good and safe. So just show them that. This is fine, but if you need to understand that the guests won't quite have the need to see someone they don't know, because that will cause them to ask questions. And if this is not very clear, and if you're showing bedroom with a double bed, you need to show perspectives of that room, because this is also, if this is a bedroom and there's someone working in there, then that's the impression that the guests might get. So try to give them a bedroom as is and as they will receive it, so that they don't get confused when they come to you and then they see that the room that they saw on the website or on your Airbnb listing is different than what they come to be in person. So try to do that. This is, I assume, that bed that this picture was taken from. So it is quite fine, it is nice, but then they need to know that this is also working space for you, which needs to be explained in further detail. Because if I were the guest, I would not have booked this bedroom, because I am not certain if this is the part of the room that you need to work in. So that needs to be emphasized, and potentially the bedroom to be cleaned or cleared. This is good. You just need to provide, as I said, more perspective, so that people can see the rest of the room, other perspectives, what else is offered in the room, because it is fine that you want to rent out only the bed, the room, but they need to see what they are getting. Because remember, you're hooking your guests and you're showing them, you're advertising your listing, and you need to do that in the best way possible. If you need professional photography, just reach out and we can arrange something. So this is okay. This is a good picture. Maybe some more perspective, several corners, some decorations. I don't think people necessarily want to know these things, but I think it can't hurt to have. And this would be nice to have if there were several people involved, so that the guests can have an idea of what they're going to do rather than what someone else is doing. And the picture of a bathroom is kind of comprehensive, but you need more micro details, because if the shelves are empty, for example, guests need to see that you actually have a furnished bathroom with functional amenities and cosmetics that they can use, or that they're allowed to use, and that is emphasized. So please provide more pictures of your listing, and namely bathroom and rooms. This is a nice picture, and this is very nice, although not maybe related to the listing, but I understand the artistic expression of that, of course. It's a nice way of expressing oneself. So you have 2 bedrooms, 4 beds, and 2 baths. And if you have 2 baths, Hanna, you need to provide pictures for both. If I missed that, I'm very sorry. And if you have 6 guests and 2 bedrooms, then the description has to also contain, so if you go to here, the description needs to contain, okay, if this is for 2 people and you're offering a different bedroom to, let's see, 2 more people in another bedroom, and this one in the living room. That needs to be very clearly communicated and emphasized, because otherwise guests do not have a clear image of what is going on and how they can proceed, and they will kind of give up, because people love first impressions and people love to see the final product. So make sure you automate this as much as possible, and I will reach out to you privately if you need some advice or tips on that, and I can help you do that. So you did that here. I can see bedroom 1 double bed, and 2 single beds, and provide as many pictures for those. So this is good to know. Sleeping arrangements are nicely organized. And let's see. All right, this is a story being told here. It's a very poetic way of expressing oneself. I think that's very nice. And of course, if you want to, that depends on what kind of guests you want to attract. So be able to, or try to focus more attention on your niche, or who is your target audience, because then you will be able to see who you want, what kind of guests you want, and who do you want to come, because guests cannot tell by this who you are. Maybe you're trying to describe to them something, but the guests mostly want to know the sleeping arrangements and what is being offered, just functional stuff. And then you take over the rest when they come. And when you get to know each other, and then everything will be easier from there. At this point, you only need to provide the basics. This is really good. I think what would be great, if you want, if there's 3 kilometers to the ICA, maybe you as a host, before your guests arrive, and this is just a friendly entrepreneurial advice, that you can offer to your guests to get groceries for them if they need them, and then you can save the receipt, and then you can do the handover separately so that you can take care of your guests so they don't have to go to the city to buy groceries unless they really, really need to. So let's see the dates and the price and the cancellation policies. Oh yes, this listing hasn't been published yet, so we will not be able to see the price just yet. I think that will be it for today. This was a very short review of a new host listing and by Hanna. So Hanna, I hope this helps. Please leave a like and subscribe so more people can see this. It's very appreciated, and good luck with everything. I will definitely reach out soon so that we can improve this as better as possible, and then I enjoy watching you and everyone else grow. I look forward to that, and that is exactly what's going to happen. Thank you everyone for watching. Have a good night, and talk to you soon, and see you soon. Bye.